Hello again, everyone. This is Nathaniel Gibson, and I'm bringing to you my MPA594 Week 2 discussion board. I'm going to be taking a look at some public administration theories and applying those to a modern-day situation. So, as a courtesy, brief overview of my presentation, I'll be looking at the situation of hierarchy of command structure within local government, specifically government finance. The main theories that I'll be taking a look down are the top-down structure, largely based around Weber's bureaucracy, but among several other theories as well. I'll also be looking at the reciprocal relationships as part of Mary Parker Follett's work. And then at the end, I'm going to talk about which of these holds true and what changes may be needed for the present and future of administration. And so, as I mentioned before, the situation that I'll be using to apply the theories in this discussion is the structural authority, or the hierarchy of command that exists within local government administration, and specifically within the public finance department of a local municipality. And so the first main theory that I'm taking a look at is the idea of a top-down structure of authority within a hierarchy. And this was an idea mainly posited by Max Weber in his article Bureaucracy. And it was this idea that efficiency in government administration can be well maintained when there is a structure of rules and regulations, and also a firmly set and decided hierarchy of command. And it was Taylor and White and Fayol and Gulick who are also supporters of this type of administration, because of the idea that government is ultimately accountable to the will of the people. And these rules and regulations that they had in place, along with a very firm set of hierarchy, were most beneficial for the administration to be able to carry out the will of the people who they're accountable to, then the city council who follow that, then down to the city manager, then the directors at the city, and then ultimately management staff, and so on. And having this hierarchy of command was essential to not just maintaining efficiency, but also being accountable to the will of the people. And now the second main theory builds off of Mary Parker Follett's reciprocal relationships. She was one who posited for a much more inclusive environment of work in government administration, one that Mayo kind of termed the holistic nature of community. And it was this idea that giving of orders and structured authority or hierarchy is too impersonal. It doesn't meet the needs of the worker, it doesn't meet the needs of the organization, and ultimately efficiency is much better off or more attainable when done through the use of reciprocal relationships. And this was a very groundbreaking posit to the government administration community, and it's one that continues to be questioned today. Is efficiency better made through this structure and authority and rules and regulation, or is it better maintained through having a more loose structure, and one where lower level employees get to influence policy at a greater level? So of these two main theories, which of these holds true today? Well, I think if you were to think about it, both the structure of authority of Weber and the reciprocal relationships, as posited by Follett, are both very present and important influencers on government administration today. And I think if you were to take a look at what needs to be changed and made better for the future, I think having both of these is very important to government administration. It's important to be balanced and to have a structure, for keeping accountability and following the will of the people, which is most important for government, but also allowing each level of the government administration to help the other, because there is a very important things that are accomplished when you have lower level employees being able to influence decisions and to make recommendations. We have very competent employees in government administration, and if we're able to if we allow them to participate in the decision-making process, then the organization is going to be better off because of it. So thanks for watching, everybody. That wraps up my discussion of these two main theories and how it applies to local government administration and specifically finance. I hope you learned something from this, and I look forward to discussing these principles more with you this week.